my name is Karen, and this is Prep, Simplify, Thrive, where I create simple, easy to follow organization and just simple systems so that to help me and my life move more smoothly and allow me that time to focus on my goals and just living my life. So if this sounds good to you, go ahead and like and subscribe, and let me continue with the closet cleanup. So today I'm really in need of cleaning out my closet. It might not look too bad. Let me kind of step out of the way. I keep a fairly small closet, meaning, I don't have too many clothes, I guess maybe by some standards. But this is, the size of my closet. So I don't go outside of this space. I keep a set amount of hangers, pant hangers and dresses and tops. But if you can kind of check back here, you can see that I do have some items back here that either are not fitting on the rack or that I just don't wear. So I kind of push those back there. But I do want to create a capsule summer wardrobe and just kind of keep that on one side and move all of my colder weather items to the other end and keep it together that way so I have it nice and clean. I want to use the Indyx app to create a lookbook of my summer wardrobe so I can just quickly go through and pick out what I want. If I do happen to go out of town or something, that way I just know exactly what to bring. I have everything cataloged. If there's something that's missing from my closet, I can easily see those gaps and know that when I'm shopping, exactly what to purchase, so I'm not just randomly buying something. Now that I have got all of the hanging clothing out of my closet, I actually realized that I have way more than I thought. And I haven't even got to the drawers or the shelves or pulled out shoes yet. So let me show you what I have. That's actually quite a bit. So you see I have shirts and my dresses there, all of the items just laid out. I don't know, to me, it looks like a lot. So, and I know I don't wear all of these. Some of this stuff just doesn't fit. So I've started competing in bodybuilding just recently. So I am smaller than what I had been. And so as you can see, that's quite a bit of clothes in this space. And yeah. All right, let me show you what I have left in the closet. Okay, it's empty. Probably didn't take everything out. I know there was some stuff that I planned on keeping. I did leave the necklaces in here just so they don't get tangled or anything. And then of course the photo albums, like I said. But it is all empty. Now I can clean. Okay, so there is a lot of clothes up here. So I'm going to get started. I won't walk you through every piece that I'm getting rid of, but I'll show you what I end up with at the end, what I'm keeping, and let you know how many pieces I started with and how many pieces I end up with. So this is going to take me a little bit, so I better get started. Okay, so I did reorganize a little bit. I went ahead and put all of my workout clothes in this drawer so it's easier rather than separating by summer and winter, because I wear the sports bras year round and sometimes I do with the leggings as well. So I have leggings, then my shorts, t-shirts. I just wear these over, like to and from the gym, over top of my sports bras, and then my sports bras there. In the bottom drawer, I have my MMA gear, my bodybuilding competition suits, my practice suits, my gym towels, and any of my, sleeves and that sort of thing. And then I have my 2 pairs of board shorts and my 2 bathing suits left there, and an empty space, which I am not upset about at all. Okay, so this is what I ended up with that I'm getting rid of. I did decide to count it up because I was very curious. So I have 5 pairs of shoes, 1 belt, and 47 items of clothing that I'm getting rid of, which is insane because I kind of consider myself keeping, a minimal closet. But the fact that I
think I got rid of a good, maybe almost half of it, which is crazy. And while I was doing that, keeping track of the things that I need to replace. So all in all, getting rid of like 53, 54 items total, including shoes and belts. And I will only be replacing 3. So that's crazy how much, just to think about how much stuff that you accumulate, even, like I said, when you kind of try to curate and keep things very, very small. So there, all in all, I think is a success. I have not done my capsule wardrobe yet. I'm gonna go eat some lunch, and then when I come back, I will get started on that.
So I think building my summer capsule wardrobe will be very simple. I ended up decluttering a third of my clothes. So I am down to a total of 90 articles of clothing. That includes all of my workout clothes and summer, winter, everything combined. But summer only is what I'm going to be focusing on now. So just kind of going through, looking at all of the pieces, pulling those out. And I am going to use my Indyx app to take some photos, and then I will build that capsule wardrobe. Okay, so before I get started with taking photos of the clothing, I wanted to show you kind of my setup here. But I do have this tripod with the ring light that I'm using so that I can take an overhead shot. Obviously, you don't need that. You can just stand over, but I know that I tend to make things a little shaky. So using this setup works for me. I have a white sheet down on the floor, so for any of my dark color clothing, I can take a photo of that. I do need to pull out some of the wrinkles to get that set up, but I'll do that in a moment. And then I have a black blanket here so that any of my light colored clothing, I can take photos of there. So let's begin. I use Indyx to keep an inventory of everything I own, build seasonal capsule wardrobes for my workouts, for vacations, and I even save various outfit combinations to make getting dressed so much easier, especially when I have events or if I have to go into the office. I also keep a section that I store things that I may be thinking about buying. So when I go into the store, I know exactly what I need, and I never end up buying duplicates or things that just don't work with other items I have in my closet.
So that's it. Capsule wardrobe built for summer and my workouts. Got rid of all of the stuff, dropped it off at the consignment shop and thrift store. So it's completely out of my house, and I'm not tempted to, really just store it forever and forget about it is what it comes down to. So for me, I find this kind of a continual process. Once I finish decluttering, as I start using my wardrobe, I might actually get rid of more stuff if if I find something as I'm using it, I don't wear it as much, and I find the gaps in my wardrobe. So there probably will be a few more things that I add to it. So it's not 100% complete right now, and I will show those updates. But I do try to use the one in, one out sort of method, or just kind of keep to that limited amount. So right now I have 60 hangers in my closet, and that's where I want to stay. That I find mentally helps me to avoid that decision fatigue and all of that stuff. So that's kind of where my guidelines are. They're guidelines, they're not hard, false rules. So you find whatever works for you. Thank you, and I hope you enjoyed this. And if your closet is starting to feel overwhelmed, maybe kind of rather than going shopping, buying something new, sometimes taking things away and getting rid of them, decreasing your choices might be the thing that helps. Again, I'm Karen. This is Prep, Simplify, Thrive. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe and like, and I will see you next week. Thank you.